Welcome to Run Free and Strong. I'm Reito. In this video, we will review the Hoka Torrent 4 trail running shoe. I'm a big fan of the Torrent line, and I've owned each of the prior iterations, starting with the original Hoka Torrent. I will review the shoe in detail, provide my opinion on the relevant use cases and where the Torrent 4 fits in the shoe rotation, and mention a couple of caveats. The Torrent 4 is a major upgrade from the 3. With a new midsole foam, 2mm increase in stack height, increased outsole coverage and a redesigned lug pattern, and the webbing loop on the heel. I have enjoyed testing the Torrent 4 on diverse trails for about 50 miles over the past few weeks. I've used the shoes on the iconic and technical Appalachian Trail and the groomed Larkin State Park rail to trail, both in my home state of Connecticut. My testing included technical climbing and scrambling, pushing the pace on uphill and downhill single track, letting it rip on groomed fire roads, and testing on dry rocks, roots, leaves, as well as mud and even fresh snow. To put the Torrent 4 in context, I have 5 shoes in my shoe rotation. For trails, I run in the Hoka Mafate Speed 4 and the Hoka Tecton X3, and now the Torrent 4. And for roads and track, I use the Hoka Clifton 9 and the Hoka Mach X2. The Torrent will complement the Mafate Speed 4 for shorter, less technical trail runs and as an alternative to the Tecton X3 on days when I may not want to push the pace too hard. If you're enjoying the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Let's give a quick overview of the key stats for the Hoka Torrent 4. The shoe weighs in at 9 ounces for men's size 9 and 8.4 ounces for women's size 8. The Torrent 4 is considerably lighter than the Mafate Speed 4, which weighs 10.3 ounces and 8.5 ounces for men's and women's shoes respectively. The stack height is comparable between the Torrent 4 and the Mafate Speed 4. The heel stack height is 33 millimeters. The toe stack height is 28 millimeters for a 5mm drop. The stack height for the women's shoes is 1 millimeter lower. The shoe is designed as a neutral balanced trail shoe, which means it balances cushioning with a responsive toe off. As of the time of this review, Hoka offers 2 colorways in both men's and women's, and we expect Hoka to drop additional colorways throughout the product cycle. Let's have a quick look at the features and capabilities before we dive into the design and construction of the shoe. The Torrent 4 is designed for runners that want an everyday trail shoe that is light, nimble, and comfortable, and handles most terrain and conditions well. With the new midsole, Hoka's elevated what was an above average trail shoe to an amazing trail shoe. Specifically, Hoka's improved cushioning and durability without sacrificing responsiveness and stability. Not that easy to do. Hoka transitioned from a dual density EVA midsole to an improved single layer EVA midsole and added 2 millimeters of stack height. The new lighter foam more than offsets the additional weight from the increased stack height. Hoka designed an active foot frame for a secure feel around the heel and midfoot while still providing sufficient room in a toe box for toes display. And they widened the midsole around the heel for additional stability. And last but not least, Hoka integrated its early stage meta rocker design to promote a responsive toe off. Hoka wasn't done with the improvements. Just as Hoka elevated the Torrent 4 to an amazing trail shoe with its new midsole design, it continued with game-changing improvements to the outsole. Hoka improved the durability and traction by increasing the coverage of the outsole, wrapping the rubber up the outsole, changing to a multi-directional lug pattern, and increasing the lug depth from 4 millimeters to 5 millimeters. Not one, but 4 changes. Having put about 50 miles on the shoes, I noticed minimal wear and tear on the outsole, and I would expect the Torrent 4 to have a useful life of between 200 and 300 miles. Here's where we'd like to offer a caveat. The Torrent 4 uses a proprietary abrasion-resistant rubber outsole, whereas more premium trail shoes typically use a Vibram Mega Grip outsole. While the Vibram Mega Grip outsole is super sticky We are impressed with the performance of the Torrent 4 outsole on various terrain and surfaces, as mentioned earlier in the video and shown on the trail footage. We had concerns with the earlier iterations of the Torrent, but our testing has demonstrated that the Torrent's 4 grippiness is much, much better. The upper is largely unchanged from the prior Torrent 3, with a few small improvements. Hoka added a heel pull tab, a new sock liner, and improved the TPU overlays to further improve midfoot lockdown and toe protection. The Torrent 4 is constructed with a breathable single-layer mesh upper, a lay-flat gusseted tongue, and a very comfortable puff collar. Overall, the upper provides a very secure lockdown feel that is very comfortable on technical trails, on groomed trails, going fast, going slow. We have extolled the awesomeness of the Torrent 4 with the one caveat about the proprietary outsole. We understand why Hoka has not transitioned to a Vibram Mega Grip outsole, and that brings us to our next and important point. The Torrent 4 retails for $130 in the United States. That's right, you can own a pair for $130. And Hoka has maintained a $130 price since the release of the Torrent 3 in 2022, notwithstanding inflation over the past 3 years and the many significant upgrades to make the Torrent 4. Therefore, we believe that the Hoka Torrent 4 deserves to be considered a best value trail running shoe for 2025. The combination of features, comfort, balanced with responsiveness and ground feel, durability, and value make the Torrent 4 an excellent choice whether you are a runner who is new to the trail and ultra running scene, or you are a mid-pack or front of the pack experienced trail and ultra runner. I will put a lot of miles on my Hoka Torrent 4s, and I am stoked that Hoka has delivered an amazing trail running shoe. If you found the review useful, please give it a big like. If you're not already following, would appreciate if you joined us, supported our community, click that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.